So today is last day in Manali. It's 5th of November 2022 and I'm going back. So I've cut short my trip for with 3 days, I guess. I was supposed to go on 10th or supposedly 12th, but then I cut short the trip and I'm going back now. And that's probably because I don't like this PG that I'm staying in. I mean, this PG is the best PG out there. They have good food. The room service is also nice. Everyone, the staff is very nice, right? I like it. It's not, there's no issues with the room, it's with the place itself. But the location, that's a big bummer. So it's like very secluded, and I don't know how to drive. I don't have any friends, and I'm all solo. So going to and fro, I just it just isn't it. So even if I want to go for a walk, I can probably go walk on the road outside, but that's not really very safe. It's not really like a walking road. It's more of a, it's just a road. so, but when I went to Old Manali, I saw many avenues, and there were roads with trees around, and it was such a nice location. So my original plan was that I would, I asked the people here that कि भैया मैं 5 तारीख को निकल जाऊँगी, and he was like cool. So my original plan was that I would go and live in Old Manali for 5 days. But then I thought, okay, now I have leave, I have taken leave from my office, so why don't I just do something? So I can go to locations like Dharamshala, Kufri, Kaza, Spiti, Lahore, whatever, right? Just live my life. But then it's October, so there are no government buses for Kaza. That's one thing. And then Dharamshala, Shimla, and all those are close, but they are far. So I thought, you know what? I'll go back down, and then I come back up in December, in January. So I'm gonna come back in January, live my mountain life yet again, and do shit that I want to. I didn't go for a trek. I didn't do a lot of things, right? I did not really explore. It was more just hanging out and very chilled out location. But so yeah, I could have done better, and I realized. So I was watching a couple of solo travelers videos, and they were living in a hostel where you have to share a room. It's a more natural environment to make friends, to have companions to travel with. So let's say if I wanted to go to this whatever Guman toll trek, then going alone seems very scary, and it's a trek and I haven't trekked ever. That would have been my first trek, but I didn't had anyone, and I would have to pay someone to come with me, right? So if I had a friend, or if I had anyone, any roommate or whatever who would be willing to come with, who would come with me, then we could have done that. So yeah. So moving forward, in Kerala or Pondicherry, I think I'm just gonna take hostel dorms. We'll see how that goes. If it's not comfortable, I'll switch. And also, I'm not gonna do a 1 month plan like I did here. I'm going to do a weekly plans. That's much better. So yeah, that's gonna cost a lot. So okay, monthly is more budget friendly than weekly, because when you're doing monthly, they obviously reduce a lot of money. But then if you're doing weekly, it kind of travel and then food and stuff just piles up. So but still, weeklies are better, I guess. So but that's after I'll go from here, what I'm gonna do. But what I did in the last 10 days, I didn't do shit. So I went to Manu temple and realized that it's such a ruin. There's nothing there. Don't go to Manu temple. It's not even there. In sometimes it will be vanished. There's rust all around, dirt all around. There's nothing there. Absolutely nothing. So yes, it was a waste of my money and time and effort and my expectations. But then again, so beside that, Manu temple is in Old Manali. So if you're living in New Manali, then it's a good chance to go to Old Manali, and you would see the actual Manali life that people talk about. The pizza shops, the cafes, the bridges, and water flowing. There's a river flowing right there. But that's that river is different than this river, even though both have they are the same river, but like, yeah. But I saw Old Manali and I was like, dude, this is what I've been seeing out there, and this is just like, just a touristy part. I mean, that is also tourist area. That the Manali that like Old Manali, that's commercialized, and that's like, it was nice. So I went to Manu temple and I realized this whole new world of Old Manali. And then since it was such a ruin, I was like, dude, what the heck? So I looked up a little bit and then there's a sunset point. So it's like 5 minute hike from Manu temple. So I went to sunset point, right? And boy, it was good. So it's not really a sunset point, right? Because why? The sun doesn't really set; it just hides behind the mountain. So when the sun sets, you can see like the colors of the sky changing, right? And like the atmosphere being dramatic. But so yeah, I couldn't really see the sunset point, but the mountains, like there were mountains mixing, mountains, and then the snow-clad mountains. It was very pretty, and then the river was flowing downstairs, and then there were waters somewhere else for some reason, and the top, the sunset point, there was a house nearby. Like this is the sunset point, and this is the house nearby, and I was like, dude, that's the house I want to live in. That is like that was it. It was such a pretty place. Like I would have loved to live there. Yeah. But the sunset point is kind of in a secluded area, so if you're not, I mean, there was no one there. No one was there, right? Apart from like one auntie who was churaying her cow. Guy, Gwali, I don't know. So, yeah, but it's nice. It isn't like a day trip, but you could like, if you have an hour at hand, if you are going to Hidimba temple, you can totally go there. So the things that I did in a month, you could have covered it in 2 days. So you could have made like a Vishish temple, Vishish temple, Manu temple, Jolly Falls, and Hidimba temple, and Ganga in one day. All over in another day. And then this, the special waterfall in Peru, green waterfall in Lake, it was like a 1 day trip. It was like at like maximum 3-4 days trip. I did it in a month. That was pretty cool. Yeah. So, what next? I learned my lessons, right? Um. So, okay. So on 13th, I have a flight to Hyderabad. And I'll be staying there for a week. After that, I don't know. I want to plan, like, I want to go to Wayanad, Hampi, and all these other places. So, I'll see. I'll try to, like, go there and maybe Pondicherry. So, hopefully, after Hyderabad, I'll go to Pondicherry. I don't really know. I don't want to, like, statements that are not true. So, that's the plan. That's what my plan is, but I don't know what God has planned for me. So, Savallam alaikum. Okay, bye then. See you in another 10-day update. If I do not have a new place, if I'm not at a new place, then I would have a very sad 10-day update. But I think next 10-day update would be nice because I am planning some things in Delhi. Because I'll be living with Fezi and Abdabaji. Yeah, let's see how that goes. Okay, bye.